Well guys, I think we got a fun one today. I think this is a Case DC. I'm not really sure, not real good at these Case tractors. This is actually in town, like a block from my house, less than a block from my house. Kind of forgot we had this tractor for like the last 10 years. As you can tell, trees have grown up through it. But I think we should attempt to make this girl run. I think this came from an auction in Hill City, Kansas, sometime when I was in high school, like early high school. That front weight was actually hanging off an Alice D19 gas that came from the same auction, if I remember correctly. Dual loader with a nice trip bucket going on here. Yeah, that back tire's marginal. It's an Eagle hitch tractor with one remote, it looks like. Ew, don't want to sit on that. Looks like I robbed the battery off of it some years ago. Got a tree growing around the steering arm, so I'm gonna have to get a chainsaw out for this deal. That's pretty nice. Yeah, I don't know. It'll probably run because I drove it here, right? Yeah. As long as we're not leaking fuel everywhere, I don't know why it wouldn't run, I guess. That lever over there, so the trip bucket, shifter, hand clutch, left and right brakes. Assuming those are the remote controls or 3-point controls. That back tire is new. This front tire is fairly good. That front tire is looking pretty new. But yeah, I mean, it's a simple gas tractor, so I don't know why it wouldn't run if it's loose, which it's got a rain cap over the exhaust, so a good chance we're still loose. Gauges, not a lot. So we've got an amp gauge, that's oil pressure maybe. Yeah, she's been sitting here a little bit, but I don't know. We'll go throw a battery on it, gas in it, clean the points. I bet it lights off. Okay, well, I threw a big ass 12-volt interstate battery on this thing. It's in neutral. It's a side-to-side shifter because it's a Case, and Case stuff is backwards. Negative ground. Hopefully that's the on-off switch. Oh, not making good contact on these. Oh, we are still loose. Okay, so yeah, that's good. I'm gonna grab a screwdriver here and we'll pop the cap off the distributor. See if we got spark. Yippee. At some point I'm gonna have to get a chainsaw out though. And air up some tires. Yay. As you can see, the supervisor here is hard at work, but we'll get back to this. See if we got spark. I mean, ooh, something was living in there. Made a nest partially, looks like. Not great. Have to clean that out of there here in a second. So that's pretty, points are pretty, the cap's really corroded. Oh my, that's stuck on there. Dang. Okay, give me a minute and I'll get this pulled off. Well, I got this all apart. Still got a nice ant nest going on in there and on my hand, it looks like. But yeah, nice ant nest. That's pretty corroded. We'll have to scrape on that. I'm trying to adjust the points a little currently because they're a little tight and or corroded, so we'll have to work with that. We'll just leave the ants alone in there. They'll fry eventually. We do have power here. I know that because I got sparks, but no sparks through the points. So we'll keep playing with that and get it cleaned up. Then we'll add fuel. Well, I got things sparking here. I tested the coil over there a second ago. We got plenty of spark, so that's good. We'll clean the contacts in the cap and rotor off and get this put back together and add fuel, and hopefully it works because I don't want to work on a carburetor today because I'm lazy. Well, that's all back on. We'll take a peek down in, oh my, the fuel cap now. Hopefully I can get it. Oh, there we go. Now it's loose. Should really like cut a limb right here too. Two here. Looks pretty dry-ish down in there, I hope. So we'll add fuel and hopefully the sediment bowl still works and go from there. Well, while that's running in, we're gonna walk around over here and see about turning the fuel on. Looks like I've got some fuel dripping already. Open the sediment bowl there. There we got fuel running in now. So hopefully here in a second, it means I shut the fuel off to this thing, so hopefully the carburetor is dry. I mean, who knows? I did this 10 years ago when I parked this thing or more. So that's probably enough fuel. We're gonna walk around over, take the jug out. We'll see if it starts, I guess. Well, a little choke, maybe no choke. Looks like it's stuck. So throttle, I think this one's the throttle. Yeah, definitely throttle. So it's gonna run. Do need to walk over here and see if the tree, yeah, the tree is holding the rain cap down. So we'll have to get that up. Otherwise it's not really gonna run, I don't think. So we have fuel. I don't see fuel like pouring out of the carburetor currently, so that's good. Let's see if I can get the rain cap up in the air. Oh my, okay. That's great. Watch out, Jim. We need a screwdriver. That's not the screwdriver I wanted. There's the screwdriver I wanted. It's open at least. Let's hit the button again. See what happens. Well, it runs for a little bit. Okay. Partially on or something by the sound of things. Well, I played with the levers enough to get the eagle hitch up and the loader up, but I think this is the throttle and it's not doing anything. So, I don't know about that. Huh. So we are running. So, maybe I should shut it off and air up tires and find a chainsaw, maybe. Or we just pull ahead. I might just pull ahead and see what happens. Maybe. I did get it to idle down here. I placed the governor cap right there with stuff, so I took my pliers and loosened it up. And now we're idling, and I think it'll idle up and out the tires, I think. Damn, that straight pipe is loud against this steel building. Makes my ears hurt. But let's air up some tires here. See where we end up. This is always a scary deal for me. This tire's got calcium in it. So Lord only knows what's gonna happen now. Because yeah, that might not seat again, so I'll have to go find valve stem core, leak all the fluid out while I'm trying to do that. Not exactly ideal by any means. Let's go with that. So yeah, not good, but we're gonna let that air up slowly here, then do the other one. I gotta find the valve stem. It's right there, and it doesn't look nearly as rusty as the one on this side, so we might only have one bad valve stem to deal with. I need to clean the seat out too. It looks like, too bad there's not a flip up seat like in Formula H or something. But yeah, I guess this will be for sale soon if you're interested in the Case DC or whatever the hell it is. Okay, well, we'll pull the switch out, right off, put it down in first gear, I think. First gear. Well, I went and grabbed my Milwaukee chainsaw, cut off what was there, and that tire, unfortunately the valve stem is all messed up on it from calcium, unfortunately. Guessed as much, but we're still gonna pull ahead a little ways. I can see about getting a tube put in that. Then we'll probably list this girl for sale sometime soon, because it sure as hell doesn't need to be around here, but we're gonna leave that attached until I get it out here away from the building and everything, in a more open area to deal with. Okay, switch on, button pressed. Careful chainsaw work. Kind of ugly. Still really cool. Kind of Western Kansas patina-ish rig. It was probably repainted once, but yeah. There you have it. Wasn't too bad. Still got one air sacs a little bent up. No big deal. Hydraulics all seem to work fairly well, I thought. Yeah. That goes up and down. Don't know what that lever does. I think that one there is the PTO. The one to the left of the seat is the PTO lever. So, yeah. Pull the shutter off and get that tree cut out of it. And I'll see if I can get the tube ordered for this thing. Pretty uneventful, really. Wasn't much of a challenge. So, but, yeah. Just goes to show when you remember to run the carburetor out of fuel, then things are usually okay, generally. Especially when you live in a dry climate like I do. success. And I got the tree cut out of it. Needs a tube in the tire, calcium room, the valve, so I know, pretty typical stuff. I think it's a 52 Case DC with wide front, so that's kind of oddball, but Farmhead F14 trip bucket loader, yucky. There's part of a tree I cut out. The rest is there and over there. Eagle hitch, one remote. Builds oil pressure. It's like the temp gauge might work. You don't know but charging. It is converted to 12 volt. Yeah, but it is for sale. I guess if someone's interested. Price is, let's call it $12.50. Excuse me, $12.50. Let me know. That's it for this one, guys. That was my own personal drag something out of the weeds and get it running. A will it start of my own making. That is a new low probably for something that I haven't seen run. I was either in junior high or early high school, so we're nearing 15 years on that. So that's scary, but it runs. So, you know, now you guys need to go drag something out of the weeds and go get it running. Stay tuned for the next one.